Alright, we're going to make a quick video about a real continental breakfast. You may have heard of a continental breakfast before at a hotel in the US, but this is what a real continental breakfast looks like. First of all, I think it's funny they have all sorts of milks here, strawberry and banana milk. Of course, the yogurts that taste fantastic. This is the breakfast cereal muesli bar, and yes, they have German chocolate muesli. In fact, they have two kinds of them. And then they have the juice, but where it's really at is over here. We have some fresh fruit, scrambled eggs, soft-boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, crostini, and check out this breakfast buffet with all the meats and cheeses. And look, they even have tiny little liverwurst and metwurst. And then of course this bread with all the breads that are made fresh or daily. And funniest of all, I think they have some beer here. We are at an open air market in Aschaffenburg, which is the main town closest to where we are currently staying, and that is the Johannesburg in the background here. And this open air market is simply fabulous. So much fresh produce here. And we just got the best cherries in the world ever. Internet connection here. You can see here behind me what we did today. I'm going to turn the camera around here for a second. See what we did today, which is this palace in the town where we are, which is called Aschaffenburg. And this is the palace here. You can see out over the valley here. And when we first pulled up, parking was a real challenge, and I do mean a real challenge. I tried to pull into not one of these spots, which wouldn't have fit me, but more in town over here, down here. And I probably spent 20 minutes trying to find good parking. And finally, in this open square that you see here, there was the weekly market. It just happened to be this morning when we pulled up, and cars were parked along the street, which is not allowed, but because there were so many, I finally pulled in behind them. Can somebody give me a thumbs up if the video quality is okay, because I'm really concerned that it will not be, because I'm like on, now that the 5 gigabytes of high-speed data is gone, I just have slow data. Anyway, so when we first came up here, I was able to park along here where you're not supposed to park. That's red on my fingers from cherries. And this entire square was filled, and I could not find parking anywhere. And they had advertised bus parking, but I couldn't find it. So I parked along the market. SJ, is the sound okay? Is the video coming through okay? I'm on like slow crank speed dial data here. And we went to this market. Now this market square is completely empty now. And this morning, if you can imagine, this entire place was filled with booths that sold plants, vegetables, meats, conserves, just all sorts of things. And I'm going to share pictures of that. And then all of a sudden, while we were in the castle touring the palace here behind me, they cleaned it all up, packed it all up. And by the time we came out, there was a street sweeper running around here that just cleaned up every last bit of paper or snippet or whatever might have been dropped and left this morning. So when people say Germany is so clean, that's a comment I hear many times when people say they went to Germany. They're like, oh, it was so clean. Well, this explains it. They just run the street sweeper through the moment they are done with their market. About leaving my van parked there, but I had discovered there's bus parking here, and I'm taking up the second bus spot. Now, the people here are really amazing. This bus in front of me just pulled in, and he parallel parked. You can see here where it ends. He parallel parked this bus between my bus and over here. He just did that. And I was really impressed. And when I said that, he said, well, I've been doing this for 53 years. So after we parked the bus up here in the bus parking, I asked somebody, well, do I have to pay for parking here? And they said, it depends. If you're commercial, it's free. And if you're a private party, then you don't have to pay. And I said, well, how do they know whether I'm commercial or private? And they said they don't, you know. So I was like, okay, well, I'm commercial today. Looks commercial enough to me, because they didn't have the change for the meter, and it only lasts 2 hours. So then we went into town and we had some ice cream, and I'm going to share a video short about that. I already recorded it. And we had some sandwiches. And it's gone pretty well. While we're in the palace here, there's a museum inside on the first 3 floors. So in Germany, this is actually called the ground floor, and this is called the first floor, and this is called the second story, not store. So ground story, little blurry and cutting in and out. Thanks, Cass. Okay, video is clear. I'm gonna try to hold it still. So basically it's like different art galleries in here from all the art that the Catholic Church and the Nazis stole from all over the country and accumulated here. So they turned it into an art gallery. It was pretty impressive. So while we're in there, I had gone back out to the van to get a stroller, a smaller stroller, an umbrella stroller. We were not allowed to bring the wagon in. And when she did, she slammed her hand in the back of the van. Because basically what she did, I'll show you here. She put her hand onto the van. She put her hand on the van on one side, and then you have to slam this trunk pretty hard. She basically had her hand here, and she went like this, and then she slammed it with the other, and she caught her fingers, and her left middle finger, I think it's broken. But there's nothing they do for a broken finger, so we might just wait it out. We took her to a pharmacy, and the pharmacist looked at it, and he's not a doctor and he's not allowed to give medical advice, but he thought it would be okay, and he didn't think we had to go to a doctor with it. We were at the pharmacy because we were buying tick tweezers, because yesterday we picked up 4 or 5 ticks, and you can remove them with your fingernails. They don't carry Lyme's disease here. That's an American thing. Well, neither one of them is very serious, but the kids were pretty grossed out by them and freaked out by them. So I bought a pair of tick tweezers, so it seems more official when I remove a tick, because we'll probably be dealing with this on this trip. But I'm going to turn this around. This castle is much prettier to look at. So we are basically at the top of this hill. And this town, this is the town that my dad's village. And I guess it's probably like the size of Flagstaff. About 80,000 people live here. I'm gonna say hi to the kids real quick. And not too big. And we toured this town today. Are they gonna open the bus? Somebody open the bus. There they come. All right, kids, don't be weird. This is a video. I'm doing a video. Oh. All right. So, kids are falling asleep. So the kids are just like freezing the whole time because it's kind of cold here today, about maybe 60, 65 degrees. And they're just shivering. So we're probably going to stop and buy some sweaters right now. All the locals here, you can see the locals are dressed more warmly than we are. And after that, we're going to have dinner at my dad's house. Now the plan for tomorrow is that after we check out at the hotel, we head down south. We're going to be driving to Stuttgart and doing the Mercedes-Benz Museum. And then on Friday, we're going to Europa Park. So anyway, nothing too exciting. And I can tell by the fact that there are only 2 people watching that probably the quality of this video is really abysmal. So I'm just going to land this and figure out with T-Mobile how to get more data. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. We're in an Italian gelateria, and they have all the cool ice cream here. So these are the kids' ones. They have this little bee and the kids' spaghetti ice cream and these creations. But what I really want to show you is what these gelaterias are best known for, which is spaghetti ice cream. And it's ice cream that's made to look like a plate of spaghetti. Now when I was a kid, this was it on the top right there. But I guess they've added all different flavors to these now. And you get these wonderful ice cream creations. And it is really impossible to decide what to have because they all look so incredibly delicious. And it's just all absolutely absolutely amazing and impossible pictures one.